The shir is dedicated to Zecher Nishmas Rachaleya Bas Rav Chaim Tzvi. The last shir we spoke about Nevi'im who addressed the Umas HaOlam. We mentioned a Medrash. The Medrash tells us prior to Hakamas HaMishkan, Nevuah existed among the Umas HaOlam. And subsequently, after the Mishkan was Hukam, Nevuah was taken away from the Umas HaOlam. But there is a striking Chazal, a Gemara in Brachas, and Zayin and Aleph. That even though Nevuah was given initially to all the Umas HaOlam, Moshe Rabbeinu asked Hashem Yisbarach to take it away from the other nations, so that Nevuah should be something which is distinctive to Klal Yisrael. And there's a famous Gemara in Brachas that indicates this. Omer Rabbi Yochanan Mishum Rabbi Yosi, Shloisha Dvarim Bikesh Moshe Midnei HaKadosh Baruch Hu. There were three things that Moshe Rabbeinu requested from Hashem Yisbarach B'Nasan Lo. Hashem Yisbarach Kanireh granted him his request. Bikesh Tishre Shechina Yisrael B'Nasan Lo. Hashem was asked by Moshe Rabbeinu that there should be Ashras HaShechina on Klal Yisrael. Prophecy should rest on Klal Yisrael. V'nasan lo shenemar haloi belechzecha imanu. That the pasuk says, "You're going to go with us." Bikei shelo tishra shechina la'akum. Moshe Rabbeinu not only requested that prophecy rest on Klal Yisrael, but also requested that it not be given to other nations. And that, says the Gemara, V'nasan was also granted to him. Shenemar v'neflinu ani v'amcha mikol ha'masher al pnei adama. That the goyim should not be zoche to any kind of nevuah. So here we have two separate requests. On the one hand, the request of Moshe Rabbeinu that nevuah should rest on Klal Yisrael, and the second request that the goyim, the Umas HaOlam, should not be zoche to nevuah. The Vilna Gaon, this Parish Shir Hashirim, on the pasuk of the Reach Shemanecha Tovim, Sheman Tuach Shmecha, Al Kein Alama Sa'ivucha, asks the following question: what is the nature of the second request on the part of Moshe Rabbeinu that the Goyim should not be zoche to Nevuah? Once the initial request, namely the first request that Nevuah should in effect rest only on Klal Yisrael, so it's understood by itself that obviously it will not be Shora on Umas HaOlam, because once it's Shora on Umas HaOlam, then there's no Mokum anymore for Bakasha that it should be Shora only on Klal Yisrael. So the Gaon asks, Moshe's second request that the nations of the world be denied prophecy is already implied in his first request, that Nevuah be granted to Klal Yisrael. By granting Moshe Rabbeinu's first request, wouldn't Klal Yisrael be the only nation to receive Nevuah? Why then did Moshe need to make the second request at all? And B'chalal, it's hard to understand. Why would Moshe want to deny Nevuah to other nations if they're worthy of receiving it? If they're Ruyim Nevuah, why should they be denied Nevuah? A second question that certainly is worthy of being asked on this fascinating Gemara in Brachas on Daf Zayin and Aleph. The Gra, the Vilna Gaon, actually gives the following answer. The question is, what does the Gaon mean? The Gaon says, Ela mitchila bikei shetinasin liyisrael bebchinas tam. Initially, Moshe Rabbeinu wanted it to be given to Klal Yisrael in the bechina of tam. V'achakach bikei shelo tinasin Umas HaOlam afilu bebchinas hareach. What exactly did the Vilna Gaon have in mind by this seemingly cryptic kind of answer? So, the Pachad Yitzchak, Rav Hutner Zatzal, explains as follows. Before the request of Moshe Rabbeinu, the Nevuah of the Goyim, of the Umas HaOlam, were included among the Kisei HaKodesh. As we know, Bilam, Eov, their words are recorded in Kisei HaKodesh. What the Vilna Gaon calls taste when he says that initially the bakasha was it should be given to Klal Yisrael b'bchinas tam, taste. That refers to the written word, dvarim shebichsav. Because just as taste lingers on, so too the written word as well. And as Moshe Rabbeinu first requested that the nevuah of the Umas Ha'olam of the Gentile prophets should not be recorded among Kisvei HaKodesh. That was request number one. Then Moshe Rabbeinu added a further request, and that was not only those prophecies that are relevant to future generations, what the Gemara calls nevuah shehutzich al daros, and which were therefore written down, should be taken away from them, but Hashem should also take away from them even those prophecies that were not written down, and which were particularly relevant to a generation, a specific local